Hello everyone. Hope you all have a blessed day. I'm here at Table Rock Lake. I want to tell you some more of my God stories. Didn't quite beat the sun going behind the clouds. I was committed to getting my walk done first. Just thought I'd give you a little view before I get started. This is one of my favorite places to come, relax, do my walk, spend some time with the Lord, spend some time with you all. God's story I want to tell you about today is my testimony. I think I told you I was going to tell you eventually. So today is the day. I got lots of stories to tell. Anyway, this is how I came to know Jesus, and part of the story of my life and testimony throughout my life. I guess all of my God stories are testimony to Jesus in my life anyway. But I wrote this a while back, and so I'll just read what I wrote. Sometime in the middle of July in 1982, I prayed a short and simple prayer, and I asked God to change my life. I was a pregnant drug dealer then, and my boyfriend had just gotten arrested for dealing drugs. My life was a mess, and I needed a supernatural change. The very next day after praying that prayer, my life did begin to change miraculously. I no longer had a desire for doing drugs or alcohol. When I prayed that prayer, I didn't know all that would be in store for me as a result of praying that one little prayer. I didn't know that God would and had forgiven me for all of my sins, past and future. I didn't know that God would get me through the difficulties and loss of 2 marriages. I didn't know that God would heal me from the pain of those losses, so great that I physically hurt and I wanted to die. And I had even thought about taking my own life. I didn't know that God was going to supply all of my needs in times when I was unemployed and down to my last dollar. I didn't know that God would be my husband, and He would be there to help me to raise 4 children, and that I could trust Him with my life. I didn't know what it meant to pray without ceasing, or that, if I listened closely, God would speak to me in a still, small voice, and He would tell me His secrets. I didn't know that I could have a relationship with God, and that He would be my friend, and that He loved me. If someone would have told me all of this before I prayed that little prayer, I probably would have thought that they were crazy. This is just a short compilation of all that my God has done for me and brought me through. I now know that I know the one true God. You can know the same God that I know just by praying a simple prayer, similar to the one that I had prayed. You see, I realized that I was wrong in the way that I was living my life and the things that I had done. All that you need to do is to realize the same for yourself. God loves you so much that He sent His Son Jesus to come to this earth and live in human form. And He lived a perfect life. And then He died a death on a cross. You see, He died this death in your place to pay the penalty for the things that you have done wrong, so that you can be forgiven for the things that you have done in your life and restore you to a right relationship with God. Jesus also arose from the dead 3 days after His death, and now He lives to give you an abundant life. so that you can live with him now and forever when you leave this life. It's that simple. Jesus said in John 14:6, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. And in John 11:25, Jesus answered the woman who was at the well. He said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live even though they die. And in Acts 4:12, there is salvation in no one else. God has given no other name under heaven by which we must be saved. And that name is Jesus. I hope you all have a blessed evening and a blessed weekend. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.